Look at that. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am at the home of Dale and Liz Deppe. They are the owners of Spring Meadow Nursery. I'm in Grand Haven, Michigan at their private garden. The hydrangeas, I mean, everything's phenomenal. I'm gonna show you around this place. It's absolutely beautiful. But the cool thing about this is the Deppes, the whole research and development of all of their trees and shrubs is such an extensive process, and you really can't, for me at least, I really couldn't appreciate just how many years go into the production of something like your Limelight Prime or your Quick Fire Fab. So years of development. Sometimes some are longer than others. But what's really cool is once they've gone through the research and development at the nursery, the next step for those plants, they're not introduced to the market right away. They're brought to the home of the Deppes, and they are trialed in the Deppes garden. So there are hydrangeas everywhere. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna walk you through this. I'll flip the screen around so you can see what I'm talking about, and you really can't appreciate all this. I mean, I'm hoping you get a feel for it from me filming this, but it is really a beautiful place. And I mean, there's climbing hydrangea here that I swear every massive tree has a climbing hydrangea on it, and they're in flower and beautiful. So I think my climbing hydrangea is like 3 years old, and it's probably only about 4 feet tall, not much more than that. So I've got a ways to go, but these are like, wait, let me see if I can turn it. Okay, so right there, climbing hydrangea. I mean, okay, let me turn around. Look at this, you guys. This whole tree, it's so hard to figure this out. This whole tree, look at that. Climbing hydrangea all the way up. But I will flip this so you can get a better feel for what this place looks like. I mean, the trees, the shrubs, he has an incredible conifer collection. It's just beautiful. I'll flip this around and show you what I'm talking about, and then I'm gonna take you down by the river. The house is along the Grand River, and every bit of it is gardened and so lush. So, all right, let's flip it and get to it. So you'll come off the main road here onto this long entry driveway, and you immediately know that you're in a totally different place. But you know how I mentioned those climbing hydrangeas? When you come in, you start seeing all of these massive trees that are covered in climbing hydrangea. And I think I mentioned some of them are like 17 years old. They were planted early on. They take a long time to flower, and look at, they are just, oh my goodness, it's just so beautiful, and they don't harm the tree. They just add to the beauty of these trees. I mean, I swear, all of these massive trees are just covered in hydrangea. And then further down, we've got macrophyllus. There are mountain hydrangeas in here. You know what, let me take you a little closer. But beautiful stuff. Look at this variegated dogwood. Just beautiful. That. And then further along, I mean, these macs are, and all of these plants have labels on them so they know what's what, and they're trialed here. And then, you know what, I didn't check to see how long they're observed here before before the next step of introducing them to the market. But look at this, you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Just so beautiful. And then they've got just the linear habit of this dogwood. Is this golden? I can't remember the name of that one, but look at that. So when I'm thinking about planting my gardens, I'm thinking about the colors, the shapes, the textures of everything that I'm introducing, because all of that adds to the garden. I mean, adding conifers like this fuzzy looking thing, I mean, it makes everything so interesting. I mean, and I don't know what a lot of these conifers are, but these got very unique, look at that. That's some sort of a U, but look at the form on that. Really, really beautiful. So let's go further down. This is the Deppe's home here. And then you've got more massive trees with climbing hydrangea on them. Let's go further down and have a look. It's just a huge place, and everything has been given so much thought. Look at those trees. More of the hydrangea arborescens. There are a lot of these on this property. The hydrangea arborescens are some of my favorite hydrangeas because they're so pollinator friendly. So I shot this yesterday. This is one of our hydrangea arborescens here, and this is a butterfly Acer or Japanese maple. But when it was backlit yesterday evening, it just glowed. But look at the variegation on these leaves. Really pretty. And I'm not sure, I'm not familiar with what the zone hardiness for that, but look at how that works together. And when the lighting is right, then look at how there are so many interesting conifers on this property. It just looks like a giant green donut, and I just love it. And it just plays off of the giant heads of the hydrangea arborescens as well. But such a unique garden. But I'm gonna have to remember that Acer, that butterfly Acer, really pretty. We've got variegated these privets. Okay, we're gonna go around to the back and I will show you what's going on back there. I mean, look at this view. And the Deppes have really interesting sculptures on the property as well. So I'm not sure what this is, but really cool stuff scattered throughout the garden. So like this, for instance, it's some sort of a bird. But look at the feet on this thing. But all of it makes it so interesting and unique to the Deppes. And I like to add little touches, not too much of anything. Like, I don't want to junk it up and detract from the garden. This certainly doesn't do that. But if I can find, he had another interesting little detail, and I can't remember where it was. Look at this. So this is the front of the house. I mean, this is, if you don't have hydrangea envy already, my goodness, this is arborescens. This is our native hydrangea. And the beauty of, look at this planting, you guys. And the really nice thing about the arborescens, they are always covered in pollinators, which is what I love in my garden. I mean, I enjoy all the hydrangeas, but the pollinator benefit is such a bonus. But look at, like, even in this tree, they put a little turtle thing and it's nailed into the side of the tree. I mean, interesting things like that where it draws you in a little closer. And that's what makes your garden unique to you. Let's see, this is the front. This sculpture here was so pretty as well. Look at, so back here, more hydrangea, climbing hydrangea. And that view is, look at that view, you guys. Oh my goodness. Isn't that gorgeous? But more hydrangea arborescens down here. I just love that. I can't wait to show you another hydrangea arborescens that I've got in my garden that's very small, but I'm hoping it will look like what is in the Deppes garden someday. But look at that. Isn't that lovely? And look at this. I forget what they said this was, but it's one of those fastigiate or, very upright, narrow, has one of those upright, narrow growth habits. Very cool. Look at this climbing hydrangea, you guys, all the way up the tree. Okay, goals, right? So beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to walk around the side of the house and look at these. Look at this. Oh my goodness. And don't mind the outhouses. They host events here as well, so they have to have accommodations for people as they need them. But this is further down the driveway. But look at the hydrangea path all along there. And then back here is the Grand River. It's just such a picturesque location. And then of course we've got a fig here. I love the leaves. You guys know I love my edible figs. Beautiful. And begonia. And then look at more hydrangea arborescens. Look at these serratas. They're beautiful. Mountain hydrangeas. So this is the Deppes patio. Look how interesting this is. And what's really cool also, I mean, everything's cool about this, but there's barberry down here, and I think that might be mini saffron. I have that, but they've planted spirea just behind it, and this is the double plate doozy, but look at the flower on this. So these are the new flowers. That's what it'll look like. These are the old seed heads from the flowers. And the new growth on the double plate doozy is absolutely beautiful, and I'll take you around on the other side so you can see, well, you can see some here. Look at the new growth on that. So beautiful. And the really cool thing about the double play doozy, the double play series, is that they're reblooming. So if you don't like these seed heads, you can just cut them back and they will flush out with more blooms. But look at the color on that. Isn't that gorgeous? So that's my plan. I'm going to cut them back because I want more flowers, and then I'll let them go, let the seed heads form for the fall. But the new growth on this, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So the new stuff is all red tips. So, and then it changes, but really, really a beautiful effect. Okay, let me take you down the pathway here because I've never seen a hydrangea hedge this extensive, but there's also something I want to show you in here that I'm very excited about, and it's that Invincible lace hydrangea arborescens. So one of our natives, but this, look at the lace cap on that. And last night when I was here in the evening, this, actually all of it, but I couldn't believe the number of pollinators, the honeybees that were all over this plant. It's a beautiful plant. I think it's like 3 to 4 feet tall and wide, but all of these are arborescens. These are our natives. And if you're looking for a pollinator friendly hydrangea, this would be the one. These hydrangea arborescens would be a great choice. But look at, you can see back here, those are more Invincible lace. I am in love with that plant. Gorgeous. So hopefully mine will be that beautiful. Mine is like maybe 18 inches tall right now, but look at how it just stands out with those flat tops on them. So they opened the Deppe's garden to us at 7 o'clock this morning, and I wanted to get here as soon as possible just to make sure I got the good light. We've got rain coming, and I just want to be able to enjoy this. It's quiet, it's beautiful, it's the way you should experience a garden. So this back here, more climbing hydrangea. It's beautiful. I feel like I keep using that word beautiful, but it is so beautiful. And when you have small hydrangeas in your home, I mean, it gives you something to look forward to. I mean, mine are quite small compared to this right now, but I found a combination in the garden, and that's what's so nice about coming to other gardens. You see how people combine plants and how beautiful they are. It gives you more ideas. Getting out of your garden is one of the best things you can do for yourself, and it helps you breathe new inspiration into your garden. So let me come back here. I noticed this last night and I wanted to make sure I came out, but look at this combination, you guys. So the elderberry, I forget the name of that one. That's that upright one. I'll have to look that up. And look at the combination of these two things. So this is your play on texture, form, and color. So you've got the laciness of the elderberry. I have black lace elderberry, which is a much bigger shrub. This has a more linear habit, grows more upright, but look at how it combines with the the hydrangea arborescens and that dark color. But look at the colors together. Isn't that beautiful? And pollinator friendly all through here. We've got another one back here too. They've got 1, 2, 3. So that's another thing. Plant in multiples. I mean, if you've got the space. For me, I can only plant one of the elderberries because my yard is small, but one of the black lace elderberries. But look at, isn't that beautiful? So this is a great fine example of not needing flowers to carry a border. You can do it with shrubs and trees. I mean, look at the color. There's barberry back here. Let's get a little bit closer. But look at the color and the fiery and the texture, the roundness of the leaves on those stems. There's roses and more hydrangea. Look at the hydrangea arborescens through here and the barberry over here. And there's more. I mean, look at the climbing hydrangea all the way up. It's amazing what you're able to do with these plants. So did you have a favorite? It's like picking a favorite child, isn't it? I mean, there are so many things to love about this garden, but it just goes to show what you can do with trees and shrubs. And yeah, perennials are great, but those are kind of the bling of a garden. You've got to have good bone structure. That's your conifers, your deciduous trees and shrubs. That is what keeps a garden, makes a garden whole and keeps it interesting throughout the year, actually. So if you're curious about something that you've seen in this video, do drop a comment. And if you're looking for an identification, let me know and I'll get that ID'd for you. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Many thank yous to Dale and Liz Deppe for inviting us to her garden, and many thank you to Spring Meadow Nursery also for hosting our Proven Winners Garden Retreat. It's been so much fun. So, all right, guys, leave a comment if you need an idea on something. And as always, I'm glad you're here, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.